Hi guys, that's me, and this is another quick update on the Infinity Terrain. So yeah, I've decided I wanted to see if it was possible to add two of these buildings together to make one big building, basically. So this is what I managed to come up with. Really simple. So on the one side, what you've got is you've got a double-sided version of the corners, the corner pieces, which look like this. So what you have is you've got a back piece there, which makes one edge of the clamp, as it were. You've got some edge detailing, which forms the other edge, and then inside there, I don't know whether you can see, there are two small triangles which hold these two pieces, or three pieces, exactly 1 mil apart. And that is where this edge here slides into. And that is what causes the friction and holds the whole thing together. So what we've got here is just basically, as you can see, a double version of that. The idea is that it'll have some kind of consistency, and it's really simple. You just bung that on there, and we have another piece for the other side. Now goes on there. Then we join the two buildings together, and we end up with something like that. So from the side here, you can see this matches really nicely with the detailing here and here. So what you're left with here, you've got an issue. So of course these two pieces here, really wobbly. They're not going to support a roof, it's all going to fall apart. So what I needed is some kind of bracing system. So on the inside here you can see that there's these little tabs here, and again there's a millimeter gap on the top there, and that's where this comes in. So what we've got is on each end is literally like a little shelf, and I've even put supports on there because that's what gives it the strength. And then what this does is this pops on each side, and that's now rigid, and also gives it a little bit of strength in the middle there, holding it together, just a bit more friction. So that's two buildings together. So that's the start, that's the building blocks of having our double building. And of course this extra level here helps to support the floors perfectly. So you can bung a couple of floors on like that. What you end up with is a nice double building where you can fit lots of miniatures. Have a Link team up there, chilling out, smashing face. Okay, so that's those guys. And then what I was thinking is, well, this is perfect because now I can combine three of the cubes together to make a sort of almost like some of the terrain that you see for Infinity that's made by Plasticard, I believe it is, where you can sort of stack them. So what I decided was to give it a go. I stuck these on. So if you remember, these are the parts that mean that you can make a tower out of these. And then another piece on there. And finally a piece on there. Once that all goes together, nice and snug, you can then grab another building and slide that on top. Et voila! What you've got there is an L-shaped building. So now you can start putting people on top there and on top there. Bung a staircase on there, and you've got the starts of what's looking like a really complicated but awesome building. It needs a little bit of work because I'm yet to figure out how this is going to work. Under here, as you can see, there's a gap. But I think the main idea of combining two buildings together to give one with a much larger footprint has worked quite well. And I just wanted to get that on video because in the next few days the babies are coming home. So after 4 months of being in hospital since they were born, they're now big enough and strong enough and on as little oxygen as needed for those guys to come home. So I'm excited, I'm nervous, I am freaking out a little, but it may be a while before I can make one of these videos again. You never know, it might be that I can make another one in a week's time. Depends on how life with the babies turns out. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a really long slog, and to be honest, the only thing that's kept me sane is doing things like this, because just if I was left to my own devices and my own thoughts, I think I would have probably gone mad. Yeah, so it may have seemed that I was getting a bit obsessive about things on my channel, but that's the reason why, because I needed it basically. But they're coming home, which is fantastic, and yeah, really apprehensive and looking forward to it. But thanks to everyone who's kept on watching my channel. Hopefully it won't be too long before I'm back making more videos. And I'm really thankful if you stick with me, and hopefully in the near future I can carry on making these and get a whole table's worth, because I'm really enjoying playing Infinity, and I think it's just the right size game where I can get some games in and be a dad to newborn twins. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully see you soon in the next one, and stay well. Cheers.